Welcome back to Everything Goes. I'm here in the studio with my man John today.
EG up, baby.
Got my man Ian.
Still here.
And got my man Will on the right.
Yo.
And we gonna kick it off like this. Topic number 1 for you guys today is, how has the NFC shaken up after week 3? Any takers? Oh, y'all want me to? Oh, shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Excuse my language. All right, so I'm gonna start off. This a shocker, but I got the Lions number 1 still. They took care of business against Arizona on the road. They only had 1 turnover. They played efficient football. They didn't look weak on offense or defense. They still stay in the course. Still the number 1 team. I had them at number 1 last week. Still got them at number 1 this week. Number 2, I got the Eagles. They moved up on my list. They was number 3. Well, I left them off the list, but if I continued it, they would have been number 3. They number 2 this week. They beat the Saints, and their defense looked great. If they defense can play like, not even play like that every week, if they defense can give them 70% of that effort, and Jalen Hurts cut back on his turnovers, and Nick Sirianni make just better decisions in certain moments, the Eagles are a force to be reckoned with, and can be the team to beat on the NFC. Coming in at number 3, I got the Saints. We took a step back. We lost to the Eagles, but our defense definitely played great, showed that they're a championship team, as I already knew that they was. Offense, we got to do better. We banged up on offense. I just need the Saints to get healthy and just continue to play the way that they play. And one last thing, I do need them to change the way that we call our plays on first down. I love our play calling, but we're too conservative on first down. We run the ball too much on first down, and it's noticeable. Everybody know what's coming. We need to start throwing the ball on first down and just get healthy, and we're going to be good. At number 4, I got the Vikings. Now, I should have... I'm not going to say that. People might think I should have them higher, but no, they right at 4 where they should be, because they played... Okay, they beat the 49ers in that game. They looked great. They was up the whole time. They didn't really have to come back against nobody. They played the Texans. They blew the Texans out 34-7. Sam Darnold played a great game. And then before that, they played the Giants, and they beat them 28-6. So I just want to see how Sam Darnold look in the game that's close, or in the game where he's down, he's trailing, and he has to come back. He held the league in all of those games thanks to his defense. His defense has been playing lights out, and so has he. So I'm not taking anything away from him. I just need to see him in a close ball game or a ball game and where they're trailing, and he come out on top, then I'll definitely move them up the list. And then the honorable mentions, I got the Seahawks. I'm not going to say too much on them. They haven't played too much anybody. They played the Patriots, the Broncos, and the injured Dolphins. They're 3-0. That's what they should be with that level of competition, but I just need to see more out of them. So I'm gonna kick it over to you guys. Who y'all got?
I'm gonna be real quick. It's my quick pick 6. Me and Dan honestly not too far off, except the first 2.
We got the same 3.
Yeah, we got the same first 2, but you already know. I'm gonna put the Eagles number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, we can just get 70% of what our defense do. We can go super far. And play calling, that's my number 1 like niche of the Eagles, and how they go about calling plays and decisions that are made when we specifically are in the red zone. Lions, they laid an egg against the Bucks and Baker Mayfield, who was super short-handed on defense. They got into the red zone and they was doing I don't know what. Just turned the ball over on downs. Couldn't get into the red zone. They lost 2016. They only scored 16 points. You cannot only score 16 points on a depleted secondary. Number 3, I'm going to go with the Saints. The Saints, same thing with Dan said. They blew the doors off of the first 2 teams that they played. Granted, one was the Panthers, but the Cowboys was a good win. Can't knock them for that. And then they lost to us. Yeah, they lost to us, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. So they 3, 4, I'm going with the Vikings. My main thing, to keep them that high, I'm not high on Sam Darnold. I think he's definitely on
Cloud 9.
Yeah, Doug watch. But it's they defense.
Insanity.
Yeah, it's their defense. You got quarterbacks like C.J. Stroud and Brock Purdy coming up to the DC talking about, I've never seen this before in my life.
Exactly.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? So that's number 4, and then my last 2, Seahawks is
like
questionable.
Shit or something. You got quarterbacks like Brock Purdy. Okay.
Brock Purdy hot. Anyway, number 5, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks because they undefeated, but they wins is not quality wins. But they are undefeated. They went to OT with the Patriots, and they went to OT. That's all I need to say. And then number 6, I'm gonna toss up. You got the 49ers. Toss up. Cowboys and Rams, all tied in that number 6 spot. 49ers because they depleted and they 1-2, so you can only do but so much. Cowboys they 2-1, but they got the doors blown off them by the Ravens, even though the final score wasn't hitting. And then they beat the Browns, but the Browns are turned out to be very poop. And then the Rams, they just beat the Niners with nobody on offense except Kyron Williams.
But get back over to Will and Ian. I just want to bring up son John. Didn't you scream out last week that the 49ers need to get more respect?
They do, but I'm gonna be fair though. I did say that, but I'm gonna be fair because they 1-2, so they only have 1 win on the season. I can't say that they top 4 in the NFC when they got 1 win. It's a revolving list.
I see what you say. Only thing I'm gonna say, you just put them at 6 with, and you said maybe with the Cowboys. If they're in the
Cowboys
same
and Rams.
category with the Cowboys, that's a problem. The Cowboys just barely beat the Giants on Thursday Night Football. They did not play good football at all.
They did.
And neither are the 49ers. So they should not get more respect just off of what we've seen the last couple of years. Football changed year to year.
Well,
They need to earn that respect this year.
I think the only thing that you got to consider with that is that the 49ers are missing C-Mac.
That's why I give them
missing nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me, going into, like you said, the NFC shakeup after week 3, my list, if I'm giving top 5, top 6 in the NFC, I'll go the same way that y'all went. I don't have to elaborate on that. I think it's more of a shakeup in terms of the NFC South. Because just overall in the NFC, I think we got 2 new coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers are missing people. We don't know what Sam Darnold looks like under pressure yet, and we got to see the Lions defense continue to play out. But most of the teams in NFC are either missing somebody or got a new component. So let's wait till week 8, week 7 for me to okay, let me see. This is what the team really is about. This is the foundation of the team. But the NFC South, Baker Mayfield had us shocked and on the edge. Okay, y'all beat the Lions. What's going on with that? And then last week you lose the Bo Knicks. So what are we doing here? Kirk Cousins come in Philly and beat us at home, and then they just and prime time as well. And then they just go and they competed with Mahomes. And a lot of people say that the refs cheated. So
and they was
the
in position to win.
Exactly. The Falcons are trending up. Y'all didn't look bad as a unit. That was a slow game. It would be one thing if y'all scored 12 points and we had 30. But a 15-12 game and we barely won, I don't think that's too much for y'all to harp on. And then Andy Dalton came behind center and they scored 36 points. So I think if anything, it's an NFC South shakeup because now it looks like literally anyone's game minus the Panthers, but still I'll throw the Andy Dalton out there for the time being. It looks like anybody's division to take. So I think that if anything, it's an NFC South shakeup. The NFC, I'll let more time pass before I say it's shaking up.
Y'all basically covered everything because my top 3 is the same as Dan's and John's. My top 3, I had Eagles first for the same exact reasons as they do. For me to elaborate, Eagles first, and then I had Saints second, and then third was Lions, Detroit.
How come you got the Saints over Lions, Will?
Their defense. The Saints defense looked really good, bro, over the weeks. It looked really good over those first 3 weeks, so I gotta go Saints at 2. Lions, Lions will get better. I like it.
I forgot about the Packers too. I'm sorry. Packers done won 2 games with Malik Willis.
They played the Titans and the Colts.
Come on,
They did.
And not even like the Colts are a bad team. Their record look bad right now.
No, we are.
But it was 16-10. They barely beat the Colts in Anthony Richardson's second game of this year.
But who here respect Malik Willis?
Exactly.
So
So you kind of making your point. You can't mention Green Bay. They've been playing with Malik Willis.
You're right.
In year 2.
Year 3.
Yeah.
Team 2.
For
First
me,
team
I'm
Titans.
more impressed with Matt LaFleur and his ability to shadow Malik Willis in that system while Jordan Love is out. But
I
I'm
think
not.
that's just coaching.
That's what I'm saying. I
Definitely.
think
He's
that
a
Matt
great
LaFleur is
coach.
able to, and Malik Willis knows what he's good at. Last week he ran for more yards than Josh Jacobs did. But I'm not okay, the Packers don't impress me. They gonna be in contention for the division, but I think they'll still finish 2. They're fighting for a wild card spot as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Just like Kevin O'Connell too with coaching. You got Sam Darnold 3-0 looking crazy. So
Sam Darnold wins are more impressive than the Packers wins.
yeah, but I'm saying like the ability to coach a player that we all thought was trash.
I've been very impressed with Sam Darnold's overall play.
Ain't he leading the league in touchdown passes?
Yes, he is. He's leading the league with 8 TDs and only 2 interceptions.
And he might be leading with passer rating too, if I'm not mistaken.
Possibly.
Justin Jefferson is the best wide receiver in the game.
He not just throwing the ball to him, bro.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying though, like the fact that Justin Jefferson is producing right now, for sure. But I'm saying Justin Jefferson, Sam Darnold look like Kirk Cousins right now, and don't look like a difference.
It
And
really
according to the opponent QBs, their defense is magic. So
So yeah, it seemed like we all got the same thing for topic 1 for the most part. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to topic 2. We're gonna touch on the NBA. We know we got a lot of NBA fans out there. We fans of the NBA as well. So how do you guys feel about Joel Embiid max contract, and do you guys give the Sixers a shot to come out the East? Let me hear it. Who want to go first?
Do we give the Sixers a shot?
Oh, come on, man. That's a real question. You looked at that roster.
Right.
Larry, I just gotta ask the question. Y'all know I'm on board with the Sixers. Don't do that.
This is the best roster we had in years. Let's just be real.
Without
I agree.
question.
I agree.
Let's be real.
Like we
And arguably the best coach.
I'm gonna be honest. If it's
Ever.
not an Eastern Conference Finals appearance, it's a failure.
yes.
Putting us together is a failure, bro.
if Joel get hurt again, that's a failure too. Do y'all stall him again?
If Joel
it's
get
not-
hurt again, there's something else to talk about.
It's when and for how long.
It's-
You know
huh?
what's happening.
For sure.
Say it again.
And
You talking about playoff time though, right?
What did you just say, Will?
It's not if he gets hurt. It's when he get hurt and how long he's going to be hurt. No.
Already, though.
Because we know it's coming. We know it's coming.
But that's my point though.
Can't
Like
stay
if he
healthy.
get hurt in the playoffs, is it
But
still
look.
that same expectation though?
No.
How?
No.
I'm asking a question.
It can't be the same expectation, but you still
That's
got to be
the
held
top dog.
accountable for how you continue to get hurt in playoff time every year. The
Exactly.
same way they grind Chris Paul up. You cannot be a liability come playoff time. What's the point of you playing?
I just want to jump on this real quick because injuries is definitely a big question
Big
about
key.
if they can come out. But I do think that they got a good chance to come out these. I think they got the second best chance behind the
Let's
Celtics,
just
but
say
I do think they could beat the Celtics.
Even a banged up Embiid, we still got a chance of coming up because of all the
No.
stuff that's around him.
Yeah, and that's what I
You don't
wanted to
think
talk
so?
about.
Y'all
I
need to
think
fully
so.
healthy. Y'all can't be the.
It
Sixers
depends on
can't be
who
the
we
Celtics
see.
now.
Y'all
Depending
can't-
on who we see and at what point. If Joel get hurt in the first round, we got enough star power.
And just like
Yeah,
just like
I'm
you
talking
said,
about Boston.
and just like you said, injuries is a key factor. Their roster has to be healthy as well.
For sure.
They
But
got
of
a
course
big
you
man
can't
that
be
can't
Boston
stay
without
healthy
Joel.
too. They have a big man that's never healthy, just like
So
ours.
Rob Williams?
Porzingis never healthy.
He's never healthy.
Yeah,
just
that's
like
true.
our big.
He just got hurt in the playoffs the
Yeah.
past year.
And then they
Yeah, and then he appeared in the finals and big dog 20 points in what 20
Yeah.
minutes in game one.
But
That was
hold on
crazy.
though. But touching back on the
When healthy,
injuries,
he's a
yeah.
problem.
But touching back on injuries for the Sixers, I don't want to hear or I don't want to see Joel hurt come playoff time because the Sixers been screaming out all season how they found a way to adjust his playing time with bringing in Andre Drummond and bringing in PJ. They talking about low managing Joel. Is certain games he won't have to play because you got Maxey, you got PJ,
And
and then you got a solid, a legit backup center in Andre Drummond because we did not have that last year. Nicholas Batum is a power forward. He's not a center. We did not have a backup center last year.
Nicholas Batum is a small forward.
Paul Reed is a power forward. The Sixers ain't have a backup center since they let Andre Drummond go when they got Harden, which was about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So now you got a center that can play, that can take his minutes when he sit down, and you got Paul George, you got Maxey. If Embiid get hurt, you should not be rushing Joel back, scared that you're going to fall out of the playoff race. You shouldn't fall out of the playoff race because your roster is deep. Like not just with Maxey, Joel, and PG. You signed Caleb Martin, you signed Eric Gordon, you signed Andre Drummond. You still got Kyle Lowry, you still got Reggie Jackson. Y'all brought in the rookie Jared McLean. So the roster is looking
And
nice
the
right
bull
now.
from France.
Yes, the French for Ershon. I can't pronounce his last name, but the Olympian.
You're
Yeah.
gonna know his name this year.
Giving out work in the Olympics.
We gonna hear his name a lot. It don't matter.
Yeah, so it's no reason why Joel should be hurt come playoff time. He don't have to play every single game. He don't need to play 40 minutes a night.
You know what else they got to worry about? Dame time.
Okay, so you mean back to 7-6. So I believe they whole plan though that keeping B healthy because like you said, all the pieces they got around him, he don't have to play those games in the extra minutes that he normally playing. You know what I do.
But if we being real, didn't he miss an extended period of time last year and we still found out ways to win games?
During the season?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the roster only got better.
But
And everybody's game developed while he was going.
Bro,
All we gotta do is make sure we not matched up with the Celtics in the first round. That's all we
y'all
gotta
was
do.
still winning games, but y'all dropped
be the 78th.
significantly.
No, our seeding did drop.
Tobias.
Yes.
We dropped Tobias and picked up Paul George, bro. It don't matter. We won. It don't matter. All right, we won.
So we got to address the Celtics and the Knicks. I'm not paying attention to what John talking about in that Dame time.
Yeah, no.
We got to talk about the Knicks and the Celtics. So which one of them teams do you guys fear most, if any?
Fear? Hold on. Rephrase
Boston.
that. Don't do
Rephrase
that.
it, but my
Fear
answer is Boston.
crazy. Fear nobody. We don't fear none of them. Our team look good, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We don't fear them. Who we think about the most?
Yeah.
The repeat champs. We ain't thinking about the Knicks, man.
At all.
Why not? Why not?
They beat us
Why
with
not
a
think about the
And B
Knicks?
couldn't move half his face, bro.
And the team got better though. And then another year of JB.
Okay.
Yeah, but so
They
did
swing
our-
Knicks
players.
got better as well.
They did.
though.
I'm just making a point. I would be worried about the Knicks. They team nice.
I think that the Knicks core is more similar to their core last year than our core. Like
Yeah.
we had Joel, Maxey, and role players, right? But we filled in some of those role players. We still got key role players from last year.
Our
Like,
role players this year is better than the role players last year.
much better.
We have a more complete team.
Much better. The Knicks added Mikal and Cat. Not
And
saying
they
that that's not
lost-
Bro,
significant.
and even Chinzo,
Not
that
saying
is
that's
a
not
big loss
significant.
for
That's a
them.
big loss.
Right.
No, and
Is it a big-
Hartenstein.
And they
Hartenstein
lost
is a bigger
Hartenstein to
loss.
OKC. That's also a big loss for them.
And Cat is not a.
Because somebody got to guard the guards.
Exactly.
Josh Hart can't guard all the guards.
So my thing is, I feel like they made themselves worse making that trade for Cat because okay, you lost Hartenstein, so
Worse,
you're thinking that you need a center, but Cat is not the defensive center that's going to guard Embiid. Not saying Hartenstein was guarding Embiid. We get Embiid was hurt, but he was at the
But
same
Rand-
time making it
Randall-
harder on Embiid.
I think
Randall wasn't the guy to guard Embiid, though, either.
Yeah, I think the pick was more about moving Julius while you still got
That's
some,
what it
some
was.
value for him. Because you saw when Jalen started performing that Julius didn't want to be there. He didn't want to be second fiddle to Jalen. Now you add another player and a half that could potentially score the ball.
See,
before
my
him.
thing is though, where they lost the trade is you're giving up Dante DiVincenzo,
Absolutely.
who was lighting it up from three and was giving y'all a consistent 15, if not plus,
And
the
playing
whole
pretty
playoff
solid
run
defense
and
on the
playing
guards.
solid defense. And then y'all bring in Cat, who's, yes, we know Cat can score the ball, but what can he not do? Score the ball come
But then
postseason.
And when Cat go cold, he's ice.
He's
cold.
ice cold. He'll give you 4 points as your number 2.
Now-
What we gonna do with
So
that?
what about
shit?
bringing in-
And he don't like the rebound
Question.
when it's a legit big in front of him.
Didn't
Is he going to compete on the glass with Joel?
Didn't
No.
Tibbs coach
Is he going to
Cat
guard
already in
Joel?
Minnesota?
No.
Did
I'm
what?
sorry. What's your question?
Didn't Tibbs coach Cat already in Minnesota?
You seen how that worked out? What Jimmy said they was soft.
Exactly.
You seen how that
It
worked out?
was Jimmy and Tibbs
So
was there,
he
and
know
it
what he
still
signed
ain't changed
up
nothing.
for. He
That was
gotta
5
play.
years
No,
ago,
we signed
gang.
up
That was
for.
4 or 5 years ago.
No. I'm just.
No, but
just
someone
throwing it
was
out
saying
there.
at the time though, like you don't got that dog in you. I'm not saying you can't find it, but
Bro, what you mean? He ain't got it. Bro, if you get to the league and you ain't got that dog, you're not gonna have that dog.
Because you go to a different team because you get traded somewhere else, you're not just going to magically find
You're
it.
not gonna magically get that dog because you got traded.
So
It don't work like
with the
that.
addition of Cat, do it not make up with the previous additions though? How you make the addition of Cat and then losing DiVincenzo? So like you just said,
So where
Dan.
you gonna get that hustle? That
So-
hustle
like-
and the
like they
rebounding
just said-
from Hartenstein. Where they getting that from?
They Josh Hart is still
Mikal Bridges and
there,
OG and Josh Hart.
and Mikal Bridges.
Yeah,
You got to
okay,
take
yes.
that into account.
Yes.
But
And Mikal got a burner too.
tell me which one of them is as good as a 3-point shooter and defender as DiVincenzo.
Mikal can defend like DiVincenzo. Yes, he can. Just different positions. DiVincenzo can lock down your guard. Mikal can do a great job.
Locking down,
No, I'm sorry, not lock down, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Alright,
like play good
Look,
defense.
this is my thing, right?
Make their shots tough.
If you
Yes,
put,
there we go. Sorry,
if you
make it
put
tough shot. Make it
DiVincenzo
shot
in front of Maxey, he's getting cooked. If you put Mikal in front of Maxey, he's probably still getting cooked. So if you think about the fact that Mikal
is
is,
making it harder because the
that's what I'm saying. Mikal is a slender build, but if you put the Knicks one like their starting 5 on the floor right now, their whole defensively is Jalen Brunson and Cat. 2 through 4 can guard anybody.
All right,
so I'll take that.
so my question is,
And that's
last
the
week
closing lineup.
we all seen the playoff games last year. The Knicks' problem was when the Sixers started pulling ahead, because there was only Jalen Brunson out there, the way they was coming back was hitting the 3 ball. Josh Hart turned into Ray Allen. Dante DiVincenzo was out there like Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So my question is, with his 3-point shooting gone, I'm sorry, Josh Hart is not repeating that.
Mikal Bridges, bro.
Deuce McBride was out there nice too.
But you
Okay.
can't
Talk
but
about
you,
that series and not say McBride.
but you also have to consider though is the fact that JB had to go out there. First of all, he was shooting 25, 30 shots a night.
Yes, he
right?
was.
But he had to do that because nobody else out there was besides DiVincenzo, and that wasn't really until
Nobody
what, the
else
second
could get
round.
their own shot.
Exactly. Now you got 2 more guys that you can give the ball.
So
to.
who
Trust
we
them
got
to do
here
that.
that can get his own shot on who? Embiid?
But you talking about first, second round of the playoffs though. You don't got to worry about matching up with Joel in the second round.
The Knicks ain't make that trade for the first or second round, and we all know that. They made that trade for the conference finals and for the NBA finals.
Right.
That's not a conference finals, NBA finals
Hold
move.
on,
Cat
yo.
is not that piece.
So Embiid just destroying Cat.
Yes.
Like he
Yes.
can't, but he can't. He is destroying Cat, right? But y'all just making it seem like he just gonna be out there looking like us on Embiid. Come on, bro. Like,
Shit, he might get fouled out.
Bro,
Isaiah Hartenstein was in foul trouble.
you're right. He might be in foul trouble,
he's
but
gonna be
you
in foul
talking like
trouble.
he can't go get you 20 and possibly get a 30, 40 ball.
He gonna give me 20 one time out of them 7 games.
They not going 7.
If it goes 7, right?
solid. I guess
Bro,
Cat
Carl
just pooped,
Anthony
just-
Towns, he don't
Listen,
score the ball the same
if
come
Joel's dropping
postseason.
off the screens like he was in Olympic basketball, then Cat gonna give us 30.
Yeah, true.
Cause he was sitting at the free throw line.
So okay, let me ask you. So the difference between Cat and Hartenstein, like you just said, Joel's tagging off in the Olympics. Let's say you gotta account for Cat. Whoever the big is that they playing, they gotta account for Cat. Does that not open up lanes for everybody else in the court?
Absolutely, it does.
In comparison to Hartenstein, you don't gotta worry about that with
my
Hartenstein.
argument is not that the Knicks aren't good. My argument is that I'm more concerned with the Celtics. I'm not discrediting the Knicks. Like
But
I
y'all
said,
say y'all not concerned about the Knicks at all.
He said,
I'm
I
not-
just think we're better than them. But he said that he think the Knicks got worse. I think we're better than the Knicks, so I'm not
I don't
concerned
think
with
the
them.
Knicks, I
I'm
don't think
looking
the Knicks
past
got
them.
worse. I think they got better.
Yeah, I think they got minimally better.
Okay, if
but
they
I
got
think
better, they got, you said minimum.
Increment, yeah,
Yeah,
very, very small.
very
Not
small.
nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Not nothing crazy.
And I mean, I don't know. I don't see the Knicks beating
we
a
got time
fully
to talk about the
healthy
Celtics, or no?
Sixers team.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't see the Knicks beating a fully healthy Sixers team. We know the Celtics can compete. We know the Celtics can compete, but we just gonna see how they go
We
when
gonna
they match
see.
up.
Season starting in a couple weeks. But what's this? Like a month now, right?
Mhm.
It's the 28th, something like that.
20 days.
Yeah, season starts soon. So yeah, we gonna move
More
on.
than 20 days.
Yeah, we gonna move on to topic 3 of the day. Switching back over to the NFL. Are the Bengals done at 0-3?
No, that's all I gotta say. Carry
Done
on.
as far as what? Like you got to elaborate on it. Done as what? Contenders? Or done as in like they just wrapped the season up?
So no, when I'm screaming done, when I'm watching football, I'm going into a football season. If you're not competing for a Super Bowl, you're done as soon as you come into the season.
That's crazy, yo.
You're done as soon as
Bro,
you
that's-
come into the
that's
season.
crazy.
Bro,
Obviously,
I think every
teams
team
go
set
out there.
individual goals,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, teams set individual. Okay, that's cool. That's you trying to make your goals. That's not you trying to compete for this NFL season.
But
Can
that mean
they
they
still
done?
compete in this NFL season at 0-3? I don't want to hear. Can they win games? Can they compete
I
still?
think they can because the Steelers are leading that division
At
with,
3-0.
Justin Fields at 3-0. The defense is playing
Lights out.
Out of their mind. Justin Fields, he's been looking pretty good. He ain't been turning the ball over.
He been looking okay.
He been looking, bro.
Okay.
Bro, give him that.
I can't.
He not hitting his teammates in the side of the head from the pocket.
Pretty
Like,
good, bro.
shout out to him.
Shout out to him, I guess, bro. He
That's what I'm
3-0.
saying. Shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
He look pretty good.
No, I agree with Will. Like, I think because of their division and the Browns suck, Lamar is 1-2.
Boy.
Like, because that's what the division looks like, their season isn't done. When I'm
If-
considering, like, what you said in terms of a season being done, can you compete? Can you win in your division? And then from there, let's have a different conversation. But in the AFC right now, outside of the Chiefs, I don't think they have anybody to be scared of. So if they
You
can
don't think
find
they
a
should
way-
be scared of Buffalo?
Bro, in all honesty, at 0-3, they can still
Get a wild card
and get out the first round in the playoffs.
just because of matchup.
And they can get hot at the end
You
of the
don't know
year.
who could take care of Buffalo before they see him, and then anything can happen. The year neither one of Eli Manning champion Super Bowl years, he was supposed to be. in
No.
the Super
They was
Bowl.
8-8.
So all you gotta
won
do
8
is get
games.
to the playoffs. Is
8-8
what I'm
one
saying.
year and 9-7 the next year.
See, but
Champion both years.
but my thing is
Brady.
My thing is we give Joe this thing every year though.
No,
he just all they gotta do is just get to the playoffs. Once he get to the playoffs, he gonna turn it on. We not gonna keep doing that.
That's not my prediction. I'm just saying again. Right now, Justin Fields is the leading. He's the quarterback of the leading team in the division. So anything can happen in that division is all I'm saying.
There you right too. I won't even lie. I'll give you that. But one thing I've been thinking about this too. I do think it's more of a coach thing than a Joe thing. Joe is important, and at least I don't want to make no excuses. But I do feel like the last 2 seasons he came into the season not healthy. Whether that's some weight on it or not, we don't have to pull it for sure. And they played them knowing that he wasn't healthy. Anyway, last season he came in kind of hurt, but we don't have to play the injury card. That's fine. In the season before that, but how many years in a row are you as a coach not going to have your team ready to play football in September? Come on now, bro. Like you can't. How many passes do you get where it's like, oh, it's just September? It'd be come October. What do you mean? How you not ready to play?
Exactly. This not year 1. This not year 2. This not even year 3. This is year 4 with the same formula
every year.
Did he get paid?
Yeah, Joe got paid.
Joe got paid last year.
Oh yeah,
He got
last
paid.
year.
So
Right,
it's,
last year.
no, it's just September. But that man got paid. Let's ball.
You know, thank you, Will. You just let me
He
know.
got paid, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to jump right on it. Okay, so boom, Joe and them got paid.
I'm ready.
Joe and them got paid.
Stop
Bet. Jamar Chase, y'all ain't pay that man. Y'all got him out there playing for a contract. Okay, cool. Y'all got T. Higgins out there playing on a franchise tag. So y'all 2 best weapons y'all didn't pay though. But y'all paid y'all quarterback who hasn't been able to stay healthy for you guys. But who is out there whether they healthy or not? T is out there whether he's healthy or not. T played games hurt.
They franchise tag team.
To pay Jamar.
A franchise tag to pay Jamar.
Didn't pay him.
And didn't pay Jamar.
Crazy.
Exactly.
But again, I don't know how true this is. I did see a report that Jamar denied a 4-year, $140 million contract.
I saw that as well.
Hey, Dan, you think that's true?
Do I think he denied that contract?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's valid if he did?
Wait, what's the numbers again?
4-year.
4-year, 140.
Whatever
That would be the highest
awarded
paid-
JJ.
That would have made him the highest.
The highest paid.
It was gonna be the highest
in NFL
paid.
history.
If he denied it, he don't want to be there.
Truthfully,
Right.
because that's my because you asked me the question. Do I think he should have accepted that? I do think he should have accepted
If
that.
that's where you want to be, and that deal was gonna make you the highest paid wide receiver at the time, you take that.
Why not take it? Now, we don't got time, but I'm about to make time. We don't got time, but I'm about to make time because I'm irritated right now. I'm irritated. I'm irritated with Jamar Chase, and I'm irritated with you for a reason. When you was coming to the league, I wanted my Saints to draft you. I'm gonna say this now. I'm glad we didn't draft you. I want us to take you. You are a crybaby. Let's start there. Yes, I'm gonna look you in his eyes. You're a crybaby. You don't show up every Sunday. You complain when you don't get the ball. Same thing with CD.
I was about to say
CD,
something.
you need to get it together. I don't know how you on the sideline yelling at Dak Prescott and you fumbled the goddamn ball inside the 10-yard line. That wasn't Dak. You fumbled the ball. If you did not fumble the ball, y'all put points up on the board. It's 14-10. Instead, the Ravens go down the field. It's 21-3, and you on the sideline crying, screaming, and bitching. Who?
Go back to Chase.
Catch the ball. You had 2 drops in the fumble. Catch the ball. But yeah, now back to Joe and them. But yeah, so they can easily be 3-5 at the midway point because they next 5 games. Okay, you got the Panthers coming
schedule
up.
kinda sweet.
You got the Ravens coming up. You got the Giants. You got the Browns. You got the Eagles. Okay, say they beat the Panthers, the Giants, and the Browns, but lose to the Ravens and the Eagles. That put them at 3-5. You scream out their schedule. Sweet. At 3-5 at the midway point, you still think they could win the division, or do y'all think they're gonna beat the Ravens and the Eagles?
They beating the Ravens. They're not beating us.
They could possibly beat.
Okay, if they possibly beat the Ravens, they 4-4.
Yeah, that's good.
And I think at that point they hit their stride.
Okay,
of course we don't want to keep getting an excuse, but
Okay, so that would put them at 4-4. The Steelers right now are 3-0. 5 weeks from now, you think the Steelers gonna be 4-4?
no, they might be like 6-2.
Steelers.
So that's still a
Two games ahead.
2-game lead on them, and we know, especially in that division, it's hard to sweep teams. They all split. So then you get the split with the Steelers, and you think they're gonna be able to catch the Steelers? And we only talking about the Steelers. We know the Ravens are still there.
You right. You absolutely right. But again, when I'm looking at it, look at the AFC as a whole.
Well, we had a year with 3 teams from the,
From that division.
from the Eagles division that got into the playoffs one year. We had a situation like that this year. Not saying that that's the case, but we've had a situation like that.
I hear you, but I think the other divisions are too strong. Cause look, you got the Jets and Buffalo in that division. Okay, say we don't want to talk about the Dolphins. I don't care. They hurt. Okay, you got the Jets and you got Buffalo. Move on to Chalk.
Because Joe, Justin
is playing decent football.
They roster not good.
They roster not good, bro.
And he's hurt right now. So
if he wasn't hurt, I was gonna say they win 10 games and get the wild card.
That's what I'm saying. If they sneak a wild card, that's taking away a wild card from the AFC North division. That could be Joe wild card spot.
Potentially, yeah. But right now he's hurt. That's why I said that.
It was just hypothetical.
And then
nobody after Justin has a chance. Both Knicks don't have a chance
at all.
Okay, and then you go to Will division. You got the Texans that's coming out of that division.
That's it.
And then
it's just dumb.
So you don't have no faith in your Colts turning it around,
bro. You seen number 5?
And the Colts
9 of 19 for 220 yards.
Like the second best team in the division right now. Third would be Trevor Burgles or Will Levis.
So right now, so basically, it's coming down to that last wild card spot is going to be between the Bengals and the Chargers. Basically,
right.
Unless something outlandish happens. But I don't see it. Again, I'm not concerned with the Bengals though.
But you created a scenario where it can happen though, bro. And then going to the playoffs, I trust Joe immensely in the playoffs. So that's why I say they're not done.
The scenario that, like you said, the scenario I created, I made a way for them to possibly get there, get that last wild card spot. But I don't think it can happen because it's not this season is not just on Joe Burrow. They defense can't stop nobody. Yeah. They can't run the ball. So it's like, how are you going to automatically the next week just your defense show up and can stop people? They ain't stopped nobody for 3 weeks. They not about to turn around and stop somebody next week,
bro. And they out here talking like the year they want to score.
Oh my god, they got a college offense. All he do is run straight, bro. Shut up and guard up. Like
we lost.
And you know what? They've been under 500 since they screamed out Burrowhead.
Yeah,
they've been under 500 since they screamed that out.
All right, let's move on. That just pisses me off. They do so much. Go to the. I don't even. No, I go to that topic. Yo.
So we gonna move on. We got a new game for you guys. It's called Catch or Pass. Mm-hmm. This is round 1 of Catch or Pass. I'm gonna start off with the first question, and we gonna start off with John and just go down the row.
But this is the first segment. This is the first time we're doing a game, bro. Can you explain it to the fans? How it's gonna go?
Oh yeah, I got you. All right. So with Catch or Pass, I'm gonna ask a question to each of my 3 hosts, and they got 30 to 60 seconds to answer the question, whether they're catching it or passing it.
All right, let's get it.
First question is Trevor Lawrence an NFL bust?
Who we starting with?
John.
I'm sorry, we go left to right. I'm a pass on that train. I think they're just in a slump right now, and we've seen. I don't know, maybe I'm holding on to it too long, but we saw through 11 weeks before he got hurt, they was 8-3 on their way to a number one playoff bye. So I'm gonna pass on that train. I'm not the biggest Trevor fan, you the Trevor fan, and I'm gonna stall him out just a little bit, but he got like 2-3 more weeks before the verdict is out on him, so I'm gonna pass.
Gotcha. We're gonna move on to E.
I'm gonna let the train pass as well. I think Trevor can play. I just think he in a bad environment, a bad predicament. We could talk about that a little bit later, but I'm passing on he's a bust train.
I'm not gonna say he a bust, so I'm gonna pass on that, but I'm gonna be honest. It ain't looking good.
He looking real.
It ain't looking good.
Well, I'm glad you spoke. I'm glad you spoke last. I'm gonna take off now. I'm gonna pass on this train with all you guys. One, we keep forgetting the fact that he had Urban Meyer as a head coach for his rookie year, and then we're gonna go back to last year. Like John said, they was 8-3 on their way to the number 1 seed, but then Trevor got hurt. But not just Trevor getting hurt. We're not going to act like we ain't see Calvin Ridley drop minimum 10 touchdown passes. And that's being nice.
That's not even exaggerating.
That's not exaggerating.
Not
being nice by saying 10.
Not just him. Ingram dropped a couple.
Exactly. But all of them drop touchdowns is stats that can be added to Trevor numbers in that's wins in the win column. That could have been games that they came out on top. But instead they just settled for a field goal because he dropping touchdowns. So we got to take all that into account. Like John said, this is only week 4. I get that they on 3 just like the Bengals, but no, I'm passing on that. I don't think he's a bust. Moving on to question number 2. Going into week 4, are there certain head coaches already on the hot seat?
I'm gonna catch that train. There's a couple. I'm gonna be real quick. I'm gonna just lay a couple coaches that I think is on a hot seat. So to one answer the question, I'm catching that train.
Gotcha.
Couple coaches I think is gonna be on a hot seat that, in my opinion, probably one shouldn't be on a hot seat. Brian Daboll. He shouldn't be on the hot seat, and that's because his
You
quarterback.
said shouldn't be?
Absolutely not.
He shouldn't be.
No. Another one that we have, I'm going to just do two, is our coach. He should 100% be on the hot seat.
We gotta talk about
And I'm going to pass it on the end.
Go ahead,
I got a top 5, top 3.
You catching the train or you passing the train?
Absolutely, I'm getting on the train. And these 3 coaches getting on the train with me. First, this is not in order, but first I got Doug Peterson because the fact that we sitting here having a conversation on whether or not Trevor Bowles is a bust.
and that's his fault.
That's partially his fault. He played a role in that. Again, watching their offense last week, their offense looked stagnant. Trevor out there looked confused. I feel like Doug Peterson is reverting back to why he got fired from Philadelphia. So he's on the hot seat for sure. Mike McCarthy's on the hot seat because he's in Dallas doing nothing. He was doing nothing in Green Bay. That's why A-Rod got rid of him and he went to Dallas. But also, this is a remnant time where clearly they paid somebody on defense. They paid CD. So this shows that they don't believe that the players are the problem.
Should he be on the hot seat?
Absolutely, he should be on the hot seat because every year you go into Dallas, it's
Same
win
thing.
or bust. They keep losing, so you're on the hot seat. Next year, I need for play calling. He absolutely is on the hot seat.
Absolutely.
Again,
He got the hottest seat on his ass.
You win the Super Bowl or you don't, and if we don't, again with this roster, you have to.
You gotta go.
You have to be the reason. My honorable mention: whoever's coaching the Browns, because we can see what's going on right now. I don't care if it's DY. You gotta sit him down. I don't care if you paying him. You watching it happen. Sit him down or play him in a position to succeed.
Why
How do y'all lose?
take notes from my man in Carolina?
Exactly.
Send him.
Why do y'all lose to New York last week? And also Mike McDaniels when Tua come back.
Why he on the hot
Got
seat?
you.
Oh, when Tua come back.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Will.
Can I break it down to like coordinators too?
You catching the train?
I'm catching this,
Well,
Joe. Co-defensive coordinator, Gus Bradley. He's supposed to be fired. He's the defensive coordinator, bro. Going in, no funny. Like going into week 3.
No funny.
Granted, like week 3, we only gave up 54 rushing yards, but going into that game, we was allowing 200 yards on the ground.
It was going crazy. I seen that stat. I
This
could
ain't
believe it.
80s and 90s football. How are we allowing 200 yards on the ground?
One was to Joe Mixon, and who y'all played week 2? Will Levis?
Us.
John Jacobs.
Don't matter. They played the Everything Goes All-Stars. I rushed for 150 by myself. I was balling. You see me? I was balling.
Sure was.
Bro, and then it didn't matter. Anybody. And then Mike McDaniels. I don't know what they doing. Why Tyreek ain't that much involved, bro? Why he not getting Tyreek involved?
He was dropping passes. I watched the game. I don't know if y'all watched the game, but he was dropping passes.
But from
He was
Scott
dropping
Thompson up.
Yeah.
True.
So-
So
yeah, I'm gonna catch this train as well. I think there's 2 head coaches that's on the hot seat. One,
Next year, I need one of them.
Hold on. And you stole 2 of mine. Mike McDaniels and Doug Peterson. Yeah.
Got you.
Sure.
let's get
so
it there.
crazy part is the 2 that Will just said out his mouth are my 2. Doug Peterson for obvious reasons, like we
Don't
just
look on that
said.
too.
Only reason why I'm not gonna put Nick Sirianni, you know what?
Bro,
No. Yes, I am.
Bro, you
yes, I
came
am.
in
Yes,
the
I
chat.
am.
You
Yes, I
came
am.
in
Yes,
the
I
chat
am.
during the game
Yes, I am.
talking
You
about,
right.
yes,
You
I
right.
love y'all
You
coach.
absolutely right. You absolutely right.
Come on,
Nah, I say he love our coach.
You
That's
absolutely
the
right. Because during the game, he was making bonehead decisions, and I text
Bro.
y'all niggas like, "Is he on
He
our
was
pick?"
making Super Bowl
Yeah, you
deciding decisions in week 3.
So
That's crazy.
so listen, yeah. If the Eagles don't come out the NFC or win this Super Bowl, Nick Sirianni, you gotta go because the talent is not the problem. So you know what?
talent's there.
I'm gonna add him to the hot seat. The only reason why Mike McDaniels is on my hot seat is because what are you doing at quarterback? We know Tua is hurt. Skylar Thompson is not the answer. I don't want to see him throw another pass. I don't. I don't.
Give up on your season because
I don't want to
How
see
you don't
him
have a backup
throw
quarterback
another
ready?
pass.
not even close to.
He's
it.
not the answer. And Doug Peterson,
quarterback
you
is
need
for
to
sure.
get it together before they get a new coach for Trevor because I don't know what you got going on over there. All right, we're going to move on to the next question for Catch or Pass. Will the chip on JT's shoulder affect the team chemistry with the Celtics?
I'm gonna pass this train because I think the chip on his shoulder, him and JB being the leaders of the team will see that they working harder and the chip being on his shoulder, that he hungrier than ever to get another ring. Will do nothing but help the team and continue to elevate the team and see them and fall in line and be like, yo, we gotta get right, just like our leaders getting right, so we can run this back. So I'm gonna pass on this train.
Yeah, I agree. I'm passing. I think that he hungry, but with the chip, you got to consider the kind of player that he is and what is going to elevate. I think he's just trying to become a better version of himself. But he don't have the kind of mindset to just go kill and now I'm taking 30, 35 shots because y'all think that I can't.
Yes.
But I think going into the season, you got to consider his chip on his shoulder, also JB got a chip on his shoulder as well. Like JB coming out of a season where y'all didn't think that this was my team. Now I got the Finals MVP and the Eastern Conference, whatever they made that a thing. But like
Larry Bird,
JB got that, so he coming into the season like, am I the number one or am I not? I think that's something to consider more so than JT being mad about that. Because JB was mad about the Olympics as well. They didn't even call him. They didn't call JB, then they didn't play JT. But Derek White and Drew got their money on, so we'll see.
I'm gonna pass, and like to their point, I don't think it's just them two with a chip, because a lot of people don't give that Celtics team credit for winning that chip. Winning the NBA championship is hard.
Very hard.
They played teams that was banged up and all that. They didn't get the Celtics credit for winning that chip, bro. That like no shot at the Bucks. Like that chip, and just like the Bucks chip, it came and went. Nobody cared. When Brian won that chip, he was talking about that chip for a minute. When Steph won his June, he was talking about that June for a minute. Then them two chips, they came and went. Nobody cared after that. Then they get JT don't get no time in the Olympics. JB gets snubbed. Yeah, they got a chip. They gonna be a legit team. That whole team is playing with a chip. It ain't just JT. They gonna be a serious team again.
So I'm gonna pass on the train because of everything that Will said. Is gonna come down to the whole team gonna have a chip on their shoulder because they didn't get the proper respect they should have gotten as NBA champions this offseason.
Exactly.
And you think like a real quick before we move on, the role players like Drew and Derek, it's a chip in a good way. They coming off like, yo, we was just in the Olympics popping it. Like we was overseas doing our big ones.
Before we leave off this, like I want to elaborate on the teammates. They don't got that type of, like, they core guys is dogs.
Selfless.
They all selfless dogs.
And they coach fire,
bro. Like that's a great team, great combination, bro.
Yes, sir.
I don't think nothing breaking that chemistry up, man.
Got you.
They gotta not want to be together type. You know what I mean?
So moving on to the last question for Catch or Pass. Should WNBA players embrace Caitlin Clark more?
Yes.
I'm gonna catch this train. One, to put it all into perspective, Caitlin Clark has had the most flagrant fouls committed on her this entire season. That should already, it don't make no sense. So she getting y'all charter jets. She upping y'all salary. She got y'all moving to stadiums that they didn't even sniff putting y'all games in because she's drawing such a large crowd. Coming into day one, just like I told Ian about this all the time, even in the group chat. Like the but the WNBA player Diana Taurasi talking about she's not gonna be able to do all that she did in college and in WNBA. And what she do every time she played Diana Taurasi, foots in her butt every single time that she played her. So I'm catching this train. They need to pay more respect to CC and stop trying to little sister in the league when she killing y'all. Granted, she did just lose in the playoffs last week, so we'll see her next season. But she's snapping on y'all, and she's the reason why she's upping the value of y'all league. How you disrespecting the money?
Gotcha.
You disrespecting the bag. Crazy.
I'm not even gonna say money because they not making no money yet.
Not yet. No, but their value is going up. Is my point.
Even the revenue of the league though, it's still in the negative. I think it was still in the negatives, but that's more.
They so far in the hole.
Exactly. Exactly. But I'm gonna answer this question. Definitely, I'm getting on the train more so than just the WNBA and her. Like it starts with her peers and her players, her current players as well. But just the world and the media generally gotta respect Caitlin Clark, especially people that don't really watch WNBA basketball. It's people that came into the chat and was talking about Angel Reese this, and you don't have to discredit Angel Reese and what she brings to the game to credit Caitlin Clark. You look at this again. I have right here. I'm looking at a bunch of records that she broke, stats, accolades for the rookie season. Some of it is rookie numbers. Some of it is She literally has WNBA numbers, assist record. Period.
Yep.
All time,
most assists in
a season. First year putting on a WNBA jersey, and it's like, how can you not appreciate that? They just. I feel like they approached it with the wrong attitude. You can welcome somebody into the league and challenge them without it being a sense of like you don't belong here because you come with a certain level of hype that we don't appreciate.
Got you. So I'm also catch the train that the WNBA need to embrace CC more. Like my man John said, she's bringing in more viewership. She's getting y'all in better locations. She's bringing in more money, and we understand that it's not just her. We know Angel Reese also has a part in this as well, and we also know it was through the hard work that you guys has put in year after year after year. but now she's coming and she's making the load easier for you guys. And instead of accepting it with open arms, it's like you're kind of neglecting to do it, and I don't understand why. But yeah, we're going to close it out on that. Just a quick shout out to my nephew Lodge, number 11. We see you out there at his home. He had his homecoming today for the Bengals. Played the great game. Keep up the good work. And we definitely going to be out there next Saturday. And we also going to catch you guys next Saturday with a new episode. Everything Goes is out. Peace.